I just found the most outrageous child support cases, so you don't have to. From crazy twin sister.
And from what I hear, my sister over here has been up in the club, twerking, and not taking care of her responsibilities and not doing what she needs to do.
Why is it funny?
To a parent who cares more about herself than her own child.
I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
To delusional ex-wives who are demanding crazy amounts of money.
What kind of income that business generates?
I would guess probably 3 to 5 million.
And don't forget the women who got themselves in trouble because of greed.
I don't know where here is.
He's at my residence.
Okay, so all of his bank statements come to your house?
As far as I know, they have been.
Finding these videos made me realize karma is real. Watch how these women get what they deserve. So this man took his wife to court because she doesn't contribute even a penny to child support for her daughter and is dating a man who drives a $200,000 car.
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older, expenses are getting a little higher, and sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying insurance already. And,
okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
What type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that in high school as well.
Okay.
So just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but I'm the one having to drive and take her if I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing that.
Okay, is this a school bus or?
Yeah, it's a school bus.
With her teammates?
With her teammates, yes.
And you don't feel that she should, ride with her teammates?
If it's really far away, maybe like an hour or more, I'll drive her, but if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll usually let her typically go.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She's just a growing girl, and girls are expensive, as they say, so.
I mean, we are. We have a lot of stuff that we need, so yeah. Ma'am, is there anything you want to add or subtract from what he said?
Yes, Your Honor, I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay, tell me about this new relationship.
Well, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from, well, my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so you would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
What type of allowance do you receive?
About $500 a week.
$500 a week, okay. All right.
So, which really isn't that big a deal. I mean, obviously.
That big a deal in terms of the amount of money, or you paying child support more in child support for the child living with him and having increased expense?
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal to Mr. Kennedy because he has a pretty healthy income himself.
But you do understand his income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Yes, I understand that, but what I don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I set aside that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not how this works. And sir, she says she gets a $500 a week allowance from her husband, and who is a CEO of an energy company. Briefly, how much money does your husband make?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
I think so.
When you say a lot, is it like in the 200,000s, 300,000s?
Well, the car that that he drives was about 200,000. So I'm thinking you probably have
And
to
you
make
only
more
get a
than that.
$500 a week. You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on. Sir, do you know how much money her husband makes a year?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town of energy,
Steve Jobs.
so to say.
So let me ask you this. Are you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No,
job?
I mean, his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our
Okay.
daughter. And like I said, I just want a little more help because she's
Okay.
getting older. And, you know, if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's not what you were doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support because at this point you've been paying zero. Because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay,
but
so after yes, I do see that, that means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
well, how much are we talking about?
We're gonna base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make.
Okay.
So, based on that, I have your gross at $2,000 a month. After you take out the calculations for the taxes, your net comes out to $1,662.53. Okay. That would give you a child support obligation of $266. However, you also heard him say that he pays $130, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In medical insurance for the child. You're gonna have to reimburse that to him. So, in addition to the $266 a month for child support, you add the $130, your child support obligation monthly comes out to $396.
Can I say something? I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic,
Okay.
but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
Okay.
And-
What does this psychic have to do with these numbers?
Well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then maybe he can afford the insurance. And I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. I mean, you should address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you paid close attention, you would have noticed she did not mention her daughter once in the conversation, only talking about herself and how she doesn't want to pay child support. Well, it seems Karma had other plans. Don't worry, the next cases are even more intense.
Won't be going to jail. Will be you, London people VA. If I say it again, I'm going to find you. Tell when any issue happens before, I'm going to have my deputies come get you.
And from what I hear, my sister over here has been up in the club, twerking, and not taking care of her responsibilities, and not doing what she needs to do.
Why is that funny?
Which he has $70,000 that he put in the beginning.
It's called, how much do you make an hour?
$10 an hour.
He makes $20 an hour, and
How do you know this?
because I have bank statements at my house that I have right here in front of me.
So on our next case, her twin sister dropped off her child and never came back, and it's only right for her to be getting child support since she's taking care of the child.
Okay, Miss Stone, you
Yes,
brought
ma'am.
this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so basically, this is my twin sister. She dropped off her child to me about like 6 months ago, dropped her off saying that she was gonna come back, run to the store, and literally never came back. I've been taking care of her. I myself has 2 other kids as well. The little girl, her name is Karina.
Okay.
But Karina, so
How old is Karina?
she's 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. She's been getting sick a lot. I've been taking her to a doctor, but out of my pocket, it's been hard to take care of all that. And from what I hear, my sister over here has been up in the club, twerking, and not taking care of her responsibilities, and not doing what she needs to do.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
When she finishes, then I will come to you. But there will be no laughing in here. Especially
sorry,
about what, don't be sorry, just don't do it.
All right.
Especially about what she just said, allegedly, that you're doing. You may continue.
But that's basically it. I'm here to request child support from her. That is my niece, and I do want her to, be okay, but I can't take care of her by myself.
Okay. All right. So, what's your name?
I'm Christina Stone.
Okay. What do you have to say about what your sister said?
Basically, I just feel like we shouldn't even be here. We're sisters. This is a family matter. I don't even know why she even brought me here. I have tried to contact her, and for some reason, I have not been able to get a hold of her.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You seem to be upset.
Yes, I'm very upset because she's over here.
She should be upset. If what she says is true, that you left Karina with her after going to the store, is that true?
And she hasn't even called me at all. That's a lie.
Trying to get a hold of her. 1 second. It's a yes or no. Is that true? Did you leave Karina? Okay. She should be the one upset. You left your daughter, have not come back. She's paying things out of pocket. Your daughter has health issues, and you're not giving her any type of financial assistance. She should be upset. I don't understand your attitude.
I understand, but we are blood, we are family. I am going through a lot myself.
What are you going through?
Well, my baby father in jail, so it's hard for me to really...
What he in jail for?
He got involved in some drugs, and he's a deadbeat. He ain't taking care of nobody.
Oh, okay.
So basically, yeah, he got involved with some drugs. He ended up in the penitentiary, and...
How long has he been in there?
He's been in there for about 2 to 3 years, 2.5, something like that.
I understand that it's a family matter, but at the end of the day, she's still doing something she is not obligated to do. And you do need to pay her child support. You and Dad both, but it wouldn't be right to put Dad on child support today considering he's not here and he's in a penitentiary. Do you know how long he will be in there?
He has about 4 more years left.
Okay, so in 4 years, you guys can come back to court and then we can modify it. But as far as today, you are going to start paying her some child support.
Well, what if I just get the custody back? You ain't even taking care of her. What do you mean? I could take care of my own child. No, I've been seeing you out on Snapchat.
You two will just address me, okay? You never had custody from the sounds of it. If you dropped your daughter off and never went back, she has been in rightful custody of your daughter, not you. So I can't make her overturn that situation. I mean, she's been doing it. That's what's right. And what's right is that you should pay child support. You'd agree with me, right?
Well, I mean, I would eventually like to get my child back.
Well, that's fine eventually, but today, that's not what's gonna happen, okay? How much money do you make?
I make about 30 grand a year.
30 grand a year, okay, what do you do?
I work for a retail store.
You get commission?
No, I do not.
Okay, is that the truth? Because you kind of hesitated.
I mean, I have other endeavors and stuff, like, you know, side businesses.
Okay, but nothing that just generates a whole lot of money?
No.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Okay. So your child support obligation will start today. And health insurance. Do you know how much it would cost to add the child only?
So I had called around and they were quoting me about $500.
For that child only? Okay, if that child is, you said you have 2 other children? Mm-hmm. So it's 2 other children, it'll be you and then Karina.
Yes,
so it'll be 4 people. How much would it be total for your insurance?
So for all of us, I think they said like $1,300.
$1,300. Ooh, health insurance is so expensive. Mm-hmm. So what I can do is divide it by 4. So individually, each person would be $325. So that would be the coverage that you will reimburse to your sister, okay? In addition to child support. So you said you have 1 child. I have your gross at $2,500 monthly, which brings your net to $2,146.92. and you have one child, that brings your child support obligation to $429 plus the health insurance at $325. Your monthly obligation is $754 a month. You can roll your eyes all you want to. I'm really not bothered by that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And based on what your sister said and based on your own admission, you're in the wrong, and it's only right that you pay her child support as well as health insurance so your daughter can get her health issues taken care of. Anything I said confuse you?
I understand.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
So on the next video, watch how this greedy woman incriminated herself because she was being too nosy.
This call, how much do you make an hour?
$10 an hour. He makes $20 an hour. And
How do you know this?
because I have bank statements at my house that I have right here in front of me.
From, wait.
But, you know, he makes deposits every Friday at his banking account.
I make a $50 deposit every Friday.
Hold on, Mr. Calkins. Hold on. Wait. Because now I'm intrigued. All right. Hold on a second.
At this time, the state will call Jody Calkins. Miss Calkins, why wasn't there any child support ordered in the divorce decree that was from April 22nd, 2021?
Because Matthew Calkins was in Sabine County Jail, and he told the judge he had no money, which he had $70,000 that he couldn't have taken account.
Ms. Calkins, so the reason why there was no support set in the previous order was because he was incarcerated at the time?
Yes, and said he had no money.
Right. And are you asking the court today to set child support and medical support?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. What kind of health insurance do you have for your child, J.C. Calkins?
He has Medicaid.
All right. I have no further questions. I pass the witness.
Oh, your next witness.
At this time, the state will call Mr. Calkins. Mr. Calkins, do you have any other minor biological children who are below the age of 18?
No, sir.
Where are you currently working?
Here in Hemphill, Texas.
All right. What do you do for work?
Construction.
Okay. Are you paid hourly?
Yes.
How much do you make an hour?
$10 an hour.
And how many hours do you work on average each week?
About 40 hours a week, give or take, depending on weather and stuff.
And does your employer provide any health insurance?
No.
And do you have any other sources of income, or is that your only job?
That's my only income.
I have no further questions for Mr. Calkins.
Calkins, yes, sir.
All right.
I would like to call Miss Calkins back for one additional question, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Calkins, do you have any safety concerns about your address or contact information being disclosed in any order of the court?
No, sir.
All right. No further questions.
Ms. Calkins, was there anything else that you did think I needed to know about the case before I made a ruling in regards to the child support and the medical support?
He makes $20 an hour. And
how do you know this?
Because I have bank statements at my house that I have right here in front of me.
From, wait.
But, you know, he makes deposits every Friday at his banking account.
I make a $50 deposit every Friday.
Hold on, Mr. Calkins. Hold on. Wait. Because now I'm intrigued. All right. Hold on a second. Ms. Calkins, do you work for the bank?
No, sir.
How do you have Mr. Wait. Just answer my question, okay? Don't keep rambling on. How do you have access to Mr. Calkins' bank statements?
Because all his stuff is here.
I don't know where here is.
It's at my residence.
Okay, so all of his bank statements come to your house?
As far as I know, they have been. But
okay,
these old statements.
Wait, these are old statements from when?
From August of...
What year?
Of this year, August 31st of 23.
All right. So you have Mr. Calkins's bank statements. Quit moving around, Miss Calkins. You're making me
yes, sir.
making me sick.
I'm
Okay?
sorry. I had to get up.
It's okay. So Mr. Calkins's bank statements come to your house. They're mailed to your house.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you open them.
No, these are some old ones that was on top of the refrigerator.
All right. Well, they're not that old, ma'am, if they're from August
Well, I
of
mean, it's
23.
I found it on top of the refrigerator. Top of the refrigerator.
All right. Well, they're not that old, ma'am, if they're from August
Well, I
of
mean, it's
23.
I found it on top of the refrigerator.
Mr. Calkins, how did your bank statements get on top of Miss Calkins' refrigerator?
And I don't know how they got opened. You're completely right, sir. I've been living here before August 31st.
Did you happen to leave some mail behind with Miss Calkins?
I didn't take no mail with me.
Okay. So it's possible you left bank statements behind.
Possibly, yes, sir.
Okay. Because you haven't opened any of his bank statements, right, Miss Calkins?
No, sir. It was
That'd be
already been. It was just bank statements laying up there on the refrigerator.
All right. Mr. Calkins, is there anything else you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
No, sir.
When did you get out of jail, Mr. Calkins?
July 27th to 22.
So you've been out of jail for what?
A little over a year.
months?
About that, yes, sir.
Since he's been out of jail, Miss Calkins, have you and Mr. Calkins been living together?
We did at one point, yes, sir.
When did y'all separate?
We
Couple months
separated.
ago.
Hold on. I'll get to you, Mr.
Oh, I'm
Calkins.
sorry.
That's all right. I wasn't specific. That's not your fault. When did y'all separate, Miss Calkins?
In August.
Okay, so you've only been separated a month.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That makes things a little easier. Miss Calkins, are you and Mr. Calkins legally married?
No, sir.
All right, because y'all have the same last name.
Yes, sir.
Why do you have the same last name, Miss Calkins?
When I got to the divorce, it came across pretty quick, and
Never mind. I'm sorry. You're good. You got divorced in 2021. You had his name then. Don't worry about it.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Sometimes I get focused on the issue and I forget where it is I am. Okay.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
All right. Anything further from the state?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Calkins, is there anything else you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
No, sir.
All right. Child support's $300 a month. Medical support's $50 a month, beginning October the 1st of 2023, and every month thereafter until the emancipation date of the child.
Yes, sir.
Court costs are due by Mr. Calkins, but I will give him until March 31st of 2024.
So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I love you for your support. Please like and subscribe and comment your opinions, not just about the video, but your own personal experiences and also ways I can improve the videos and topics you would like us to touch on these issues.